Stand by for action. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
You are watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
And you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
With the one and only Stu Bear.
Stu Bear.
You're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Airshow World with Stu Bear.
With Stu Bear.
You're watching Airshow World 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 with Stu Bear.
With the fastest aviation show on YouTube, it's Stu Bear's Airshow World.
It's gonna be, it's 7 o'clock, and for the next 60 minutes, buckle up. We've got non-stop action all the way. And to start things off this evening, we're gonna head off to Coningsby from just a few years ago. And hey, by the way, keep the messages coming to the chat room. And of course, we'll say hi, how you doing, and all that good stuff. In the meantime, enjoy some of this coming up right now.
where the 82nd Airborne 505th RCT welcome to Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Hey, absolutely, guys. A very, very big welcome to everybody, and thanks for putting the messages into the chat room. Very quickly, saying hi to Jeff, Lee, Gary, Brian, Runways and Rails, also Dick and McVitie. Hey, coming up, so much to bring you tonight, and right now, we've got one of my favourite displays of all time. I would love to see one of these this year. It's the F-22 Raptor. And of course, as always, keep those messages coming into the chat room. Absolutely brilliant to see them. Just look at the power of this aircraft. A very good Friday evening to Val, Gary Inge, Erwin Paul. Also hi to Mark Morgan. Gary Inge is also with us. Brian K, Lisa B. As you know, normally I hate talking over the sound of the aircraft, but had to do it just for a second because of the music in the background. Did you hear that?
The Raptor is unmatched in a vertical fight as it carves through a loop and doubles itself. The Raptor rotates around one spot in the sky, utilizing the vector thrust of the two power
I'm watching tonight from Tennessee. Very, very good. I suppose it's afternoon where you are. That's Rodney Palmer. Good to see you, Rodney.
From the right, the Raptor slow.
And of course, we've got to say a big Friday mention to our very good friend just down the road from me. That's Mark Webster. How are you, Mark? And also a very good evening to Foot Launch One, Jeff. You're going to love what I've got coming up in a minute. And you've probably noticed, for our 6-month members, they've got a very special icon, an Airshow World badge right next to their name. Woo! Look at that. You look good, guys. Also, hi to Malanka.
Here come the bears.
The bears.
Oh yes, it's the bear. It's Stu Bear, and you're watching Air Show World.
You certainly are. Every Friday night between 7 and 8 o'clock. It's the fastest aviation show on YouTube, don't you know? Hey, Marcus Camfield, how the devil are you? Well, coming up for you right now, something a little bit special. It's Guess the Location with a bit of drone footage, but a little bit special this time. So can you guess this one this
evening? Coming up right now on Stu Bear's Air Show World, it's time to take to the skies with some beautiful drone footage.
Well, around about 5 months ago, we went out testing this fantastic drone. And it's so clever. That's a bear on a bike. So guess the location. Where on earth is this? We got this split into 2 parts tonight. This is the first one. It looks like an old airfield to me. And literally the drone is flying itself. So clever. It actually, you just say, hey, follow that person on that bike or car or whatever else. And that's exactly what it'll do. but most importantly, where is it? He's spot on. Dickie McVitie knows where it is, and that's where he is going to be. I'm not sure where he's going to be working or whether he's going to live. But 100% correct. It's not Wimeswold, it's Alconbury. By Jove, that guy is going so fast on that bike. I can't believe it. So 100% correct, Brian K. Yep, it's Alconbury. I thought I'd put this in especially because I seem to remember Dickie McVitie said last week, he said, yeah, I got a new job. He's going to be moving over towards Alconbury. Not far, really, is it, from Mildenhall? So that'll be a bit easier. Hopefully we'll see you soon, my boy. Carl Shield, nice to see you as well. Well, more of that coming up later, but right now, just literally around about less than half a mile from me is this very airport. Oh, and I love the evening shows, and from about April, I shall be back at East Midlands Airport bringing you all these sort of shots, at least hopefully, fingers crossed. With some beautiful sunsets as it starts to get into the evening times. We also have our good friend UHN100. Andy, great to see you, and hey, a belated happy birthday to you, my boy. Great to see you. Hope you had a great birthday. And also with a special Airshow World icon next to her name. She's been with us for 6 months as a member. That's Backcat Lady. I absolutely love these late evening shots at East Mids Airport. The lady herself. A big special mention to Maria Lane. Yup, I made it. Hello, Stu. That's what she says. Well, with a bit of luck there, Dickie McVitie, hopefully we'll see quite a bit of you throughout the summertime. Pop over to Mildenhall. We'll see you there. I hope to be there from around about 16th of May, or if not earlier than that. Also, hi to Simon Townsend. Hello, how are you? John Bollen. Runway and Rails. Amy Wilson says, good evening, Stu Bear, and all looking forward to another great Friday night show. And it was her birthday last Saturday, and she went over to the Newark Air Museum last weekend. And with a big smiley face, looks like she enjoyed it. And Amy, looking forward to seeing you in May. Also, hi to SHGP. I nearly forgot to mention him. How could I do that?
Tony Prince.
That's me. How you doing? This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there. I'm at United DJs Radio, and you're watching the Airshow World with Stu Bear. Come fly with me sometime right here.
United DJs.
Well, earlier in this show, we started the show off with some great videos from RAF Coningsby, and that's where we're at right now with something a little bit older. Hey, that's so kind of you. Val says, Stu Bear, I love your energy, enthusiasm. Yeah, you know, I sort of love it. I'm keen. I've got to keep taking the tablets, you know? Or better still, keep taking the beer. Very nicely painted up. You remember Gina? And a very good evening to Egg Custard. That reminds me, I've got a couple of egg custards in the fridge. Nice one. Well, it's not the Nolans, but it's Michaela Marshall. Hi, Michaela, with a big smiley face. In the mood for dancing, she says. And a big thank you to UHN.
My name is Colin Baker, and you are watching Air Show World with Stu Bear.
And coming up for you right now on Stu Bear's Air Show World, it's time to go way back in time with classic air shows.
I've got something really special for you right now. We had a request last week saying, Stu, have you got an F7 Tigercat? UHN 100, thank you so much for the donation. What a fabulous supporter you are. Love you.
SNJ, saying it's the US Navy that's been the hooligan. And look at that sky, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the sun caressing your face. No longer the heat of
From the left, take a look. A great flash of lightning. Wildcat. That's the Wildcat, folks. Very fine F7 Tigercat. Right up into the blue sky, I'm arching up at the commentary centre, it's going into a blaze of sunshine. Down in front of me now to add to the medley, we have a Spitfire, Pratt & Whitney's, Mercury's, Daimler-Benz, Merlin's. On the left. Break left.
Well, for this week's show, you certainly set me a challenge. Right. Somebody asked for this aircraft last week. They said, hey Stu, have you got any F7 Tigercats? And I thought, well, let's have a look. Delved into the archives, and this is what we came up with.
Against the dark sky.
and beats Scott. 2 minutes to run to the end of this slot. So it's just burning time, giving the other cats a chance to get around. Still with people to the right of the night. Gladiators. And remind you once again, 4 aircraft in the air, 5 Bristol Mercury. That is the sight that comes there. Main wheels fractionally early. Lovely safe lap. Wonderful undercarriage. I guess that'll be known as the Master Royal Navy Service and then they figured out the Allies having 2 different got this thing about
this particular section of video we're looking at, this was taken from the Flying Legends, round about 90, in between 95, 98, that sort of period. And a big thank you to our good James. Particular Flying Legends show, I've got around about an hour, 1.5 hours of this sort of video, so hey, we'll have to put that on one lazy afternoon.
Jumps like the Sky Raider, it's the biggest of the single engine air, sitting out there, the Hellcat.
Just a little bit more of the Tigercat, this time from the seaside, believe it or not. This was near Folkestone. They used to call it the Shepway Air Festival, or Air Show, whatever. And a big thank you to Lisa B. She's been ordering the tea. Well done. We'll tell you how you can get your discount from the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company a little later.
And coming up right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World, it's time to find out all about the aircraft. And today we look at the de Havilland Mosquito. Originally designed as a high-speed unarmed light bomber, the de Havilland DH-98 Mosquito proved one of the most versatile airplanes of World War II, serving in a wide variety of roles and excelling at each and every one. The Mosquito was built almost entirely of plywood, sparing the use of metals that were in short supply. From its maiden flight of its first prototype in November 1940 onwards, it demonstrated exceptional speed and agility from the power of its 2 Rolls-Royce Merlin engines. Mosquitoes form the core of RAF Bomber Command's Pathfinder Force, flying ahead of heavy night bomber formations to mark targets with flares and radio guidance equipment. The Mosquitoes also carried out many precision raids in their own right, relying on their speed for survival. Enemy fighters found them almost impossible to catch. A reconnaissance version of the aircraft took many vital photographs at high and low altitudes, while Mosquito fighter bombers served as rocket-firing close support aircraft, also as anti-shipping aircraft, as radar-equipped night fighters, and as ground attack aircraft striking enemy communication supply lines. The Wooden Wonder continued in RAF service right up until the mid-1950s. The de Havilland Mosquito is powered by 2 Merlin engines with a wingspan of 54 feet, an overall length of just over 40 feet, and a maximum speed of 362 miles an hour at 5,500 feet. With a range of 1,650 miles, it can accommodate 2, and its first flight was the 25th of November 1940.
Hello, my name is Matt Allwright from The One Show and Morning Live, Watchdog, Road Traders, all that stuff. And you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
You certainly are. Right now, hey, we go back to East Midlands Airport. There was one of these, actually, at EMA just last week. But this goes way back in time to 2001. And as I'm sure you can see, way back in those days, I used to get very special exclusive access at East Midlands Airport. So able to get these incredible close-up shots. Hey, you know what, Andy? I agree 100%. Castle Donington Airport. Definitely it should be called that. Hey, Adu! Always great to see Adu. And the question is, Adu, have we got anything for you tonight? You'll have to keep watching.
I don't know. Okay, Sam. Thank you.
What a shot. Descending and landing like a bird of prey. absolutely stunning. Some great video footage from the early 2000s. Meanwhile, let's get back. Let's go back to Coningsby and put the power on. And hey, just watch those ears. This is going to be loud. It's going to be good. It's a display, practice display from round about April 2015. Around about then. You know my memory. But springtime's a great time to pop over to Coningsby. You get all these practice displays. And if you're lucky, you may see the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. Well, as I said, springtime, great time to pop over to RAF Coningsby, and also in the next few weeks, actually starting, I believe, in the next couple of days, a few arrivals over at Waddington and Coningsby, because the Cobra exercise starts very, very, very soon. Of course, not just that, lots of other things to let you know what's happening in the aviation world. Flying Legends looks like it's actually coming back, but on the weekend, same weekend as Royal International Air Tattoo, I'm like, oh, why? I want to go, but I'm at Fairford. flying legends going to be? Well, it's certainly not going to be at Duxford. It looks like it's going to be at Leeds Airport. Old Church Fenton. And I seem to remember last time they put on a show there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they have horrendous nightmare traffic? So, yes, good luck with that, and certainly hope Flying Legends comes back. Meanwhile, let's see this beauty take off. And also with the air shows, the Midlands Air Festival, that's certainly shaping up. They tell me they've got the Typhoon and Red Arrows as well, and lots of others. And coming up right now on Stubear's Air Show World, it's time to take to the skies with some beautiful drone footage. So drone footage part 2. This week, as we take to the skies, looking at an old airfield from the sky, and it's quickly turning into, well, it looks like a building site. It's an industrial estate, and also they are building a lot of new houses. The decision was taken in 2015 to close this particular airbase, and also Mildenhall and several others, but thankfully Mildenhall has survived. But looking right now at what's known as Magic Mountain, that's the old nuclear bunker, and there's been lots of different units there throughout the many years from 1938 onwards. And as we fly directly over what was the old runway, aircraft that were based there in 1983, well, the TR1s, they moved in, and also in the 1980s, early 90s, the wonderful A-10 Warthogs, they were there as well, together with many other famous units throughout the period. And mainly it's been the US Air Force that have been involved there, and there's lots, as we said, industrial units now. And looking at this particular photograph, you can see the chevrons, they're actually right on top of that building, and they're going to stay there as a reminder as to where the actual runway used to be. And coming up on Air Show World right now, it's helicopter time, especially for Adu. Oh, he's been waiting patiently for this. Adu, this is for you.
Yes, both some older HS3s like that and HU5s like this one, this variant, twin-engine variant, that was developed for the Royal Marines Commando support role, served in the Falklands, deploying special forces members of the SAS and the SBS, Special Boat Service, moving men and material around the South Atlantic theatre, but it did indeed come at a cost. 9 Wessex were lost there, 6 of them in the sinking of the Atlantic conveyor that we were talking about at the start of the programme in relation to the ship. Incredible feat of airmanship during the dictator in South Georgia. Lost 2 Wessex there in atrocious weather conditions. It's worth researching online or reading some of the books on the subject. Incredible story. Wessex trying to distract special forces, restore 12 weather, then the report for one Wessex did manage to come to the rescue, and everyone was extracted. And that Wessex still survives to this day. It's an old Mark III that had been converted for the commando support role, and it's exhibited in the Fleet Air Arm Museum at Yeovilton, nicknamed Humphrey, and it still bears the scars of those operations in the South Atlantic. This was a licensed-produced development of the S58 in American design, because Westland were in close cahoots with Sikorsky at the time, you might say. They'd already developed the S55 as the Whirlwind, used prior to the Wessex as the RAF's main air-sea rescue helicopter. The S58 was shipped to the UK. It was re-engined with a British power plant, a single Napier Gazelle, and it first took to the air in May 1957. The following June in 1958, the first Westland-built Wessex took to the air. And of course, in addition to supporting our search and rescue team, there's also a big royal link here as well, of course. So the late...
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, saying a massive thank you to everyone for watching and supporting. But hey, why not become a member of Airshow World on YouTube and help us to take it to the next level? And you could be Member of the Month and win a prize. Just click the join button below and help Airshow World grow.
Absolutely, a big thank you to everybody that's become a member of Airshow World. And look at that, that cat lady, she's got a special icon next to her. Right now, we got the finale. And it's back to Shepway with a little bit more. Not just the Tigercat, but a few extras as well. Also, make sure you don't miss the very end of the show. I've got something very special to tell you. So don't you dare go anywhere. I've got some very, very sad news to let you all know about. Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. Well, what can I say? Apart from, hey, whatever you do, love life, live every day, because you just don't know what is around the corner. And I'm really so sad to be able to say this, but a really good friend of mine on the internet world, a lovely lady, has so sadly passed away. It was an absolute total surprise, and I'm sure some of you actually know her, because she's got lots of she used to have lots of Facebook presence, and she had a Facebook group that was called The Skies Above, and people used to post lots of incredible photographs of skyscapes and beautiful sunsets. She was a lovely lady, and that is Trina Sutton. And so tonight's show is dedicated to the memory and a good friend of myself and Airshow World. So Trina, all I've got to say, hey, blue skies, and hopefully, please think about her. A very good night. Have a great weekend, and I will see you very, very soon. Thank you. And there she is. There's Trina on the left-hand side, together with her daughter Emma. Thank you. Tonight's show dedicated to you. Blue skies, Trina.